Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the interesting antiques and the artifacts that I have found in the Baloch tribal area, Dera Ghazi Khan and Suleiman mountains. How and where did I find them? You can watch my previous video, whose link is also given in the description below. So the story begins when I heard from my father that our fifth grandfather, he had 7 pitchers of gold coin. And he said that if he walked from one place to another place, that is roughly distance of almost 40 kilometers, he said that he can drop 1 coin of gold at his every step and still his coins will not finish. So first of all, I thought it as a fairy tale, but later on I thought, why not investigate it? So this is how it begins. Artifacts and antiques found in this area are mostly from the 13th century. And later on, because some of the coins that I have found, they are from 1240s and some are from 1290s. So it is evident that the people were living in this particular area in the 13th century. So now I'm going to show you one piece of the pottery that I have found. So this is one of the broken pieces. You can also see in the picture that I will give in this video. So its outer surface is like convex shape and the inner surface is like concave shape, and you can also see the dark color in there. So the local people in that area, they used to say that there used to be a civilization living over here, and some of the raiders came and they attacked at this place and burned everything. So the people died over here, and now the pottery pieces and the other antiques that we can find in this area are because these people were died and this kind of things happened to them. But when I went there, and my first instinct was, no, people were living here, and the pottery pieces that we found, most of them belongs to the Hindu community or the Hindu civilization which used to live there, and they used to burn the dead bodies of the deceased people, and they used to put them into the pots and bury them into the ground. So what happens is, when you find some pieces, you can find the traces of the ash inside. So now there are 2 main important things in that area that one you can say, because the coins belong to some of the Tughlaq, which was the Muslim empire, and the other people living here, they were Hindus. So it was kind of mixed culture that was surviving in this area. Now the other artifact that I want to show you is this. This is the top of some pitcher and top mouth of some pitcher, and you can see some of the design is drawn on this place. And there are some other kind of designs which the artisan have drawn when he made this kind of pitchers. Maybe it was his stamp or his signature that it is manufactured by this artisan or something like that, or maybe it was just for design. So I picked up some of these kind of pieces from that place because for me they can tell the story that what kind of pots or the utensils they used to use at that time. So there are different kind of pieces. You can see some of them have different kind of designs evident on them, and that are found in that particular area, and I have collected some of them. And there are some other kind of pots, and they have some different designs, or maybe this is the different part of that pot. So you can see, but even in this pot you can see this, it seems like a base where you can put the pot onto the ground for the balance, and inside the surface there is kind of black color, seems like the color of the ashes. So you can simply say that people used to bury the ashes of their deceased into this kind of pots, and they also used to put maybe some of their remainings, maybe they were coins or some other kind of jewelry stuff that I also have found some of the pieces that I'm going to show you in this video. So now I'm gonna show you some of the interesting pot that I have found from this area. You can also see its picture. I will give it in this video, and you can see that there is a bird drawn on it, and it also has some feet, and its eye is drawn, and its beak is drawn, and it also have a tail. So from this pot you can also see that there is a difference of color, that this pot on the top is kind of red color, and below it is a color of the burnt clay, and here is a spot of the color. So the more interesting thing that I found in this pot is I'm gonna show you that it had the fingerprints of the person who made this pot, because after making this pot he colored it, and after coloring this pot, when he picked it up, whenever you pick up this kind of pot, it is like this kind of picture, and you don't pick it up in this direction, you usually pick it up from this way. So in this way you can see that his fingerprints are still visible on this pot, which is one of the most remarkable thing that we can find from that old time. And I don't think anybody else can have this kind of fingerprints from the people of that period in this area. So these are some of the pottery pieces that I found in that particular area, and these are of different designs and different shapes. Because I couldn't find the complete one, I could just find some of the broken pieces. But I heard some of the old people, they told that they have even seen some of the complete pieces of that pottery, but when I went there I couldn't see anything over there. So now I'm going to show you one of the more interesting thing that the people used to use to cut their hairs. So this is that knife. You can see that it is white on the top and it is very sharp on its lower edges. So in this artifact you can see that this is its base area, and the ring over here is rusty, it is broken, and maybe they used to put the wood over here and then use it for chopping or use it for cutting the hairs or something like that. So this is one of the ancient piece that I have found over there, and I don't know how to restore it because its condition seems quite worse. Because I think if I put it into some kind of vinegar or some other kind of solution, maybe this rust will eat it all and you can't see it anymore in this shape. But still you can give me some kind of advice if you know some good method to restore the ancient metallic pieces. Maybe I can try on some of the least important things. So now I'm going to show you another interesting thing. This seems like a spoon, the Smith spoon, in which you used to put some kind of molten iron or some other kind of thing, other kind of metal, and when it was in the molten state he used to pour it to other pieces in which he could make some coins or make some other things. To me it seems like the Smith spoon, but if you think that this is something else, maybe you can also tell me that what it is. And some of the designs are evident there, and all of these pieces I haven't treated them and I haven't tried to restore them because I'm not an expert and I don't know how to do these things. And now I'm going to show you another interesting thing from which you can find that what kind of lifestyle the people had in that particular area. So I have two pieces of the bangles, the hand bangles. You can see these are two different kind of bangles. This one is turned into green and this one is in the rusty red color. So this one is iron, and I don't know whether this one is from the copper or it also may be the iron bangles. And these are the broken pieces of the bangles, and they are of two different sizes, and the rust is also in the different color, maybe because of the different metallic composition. And another thing that I find over there is this piece, and this piece is even widely used today by the people, and this is the flower of the nose pin, and it has roughly 8 holes in it, and its petals are also 8 in number, and they used to put it over here, like the woman put it here, right there. So this is also in green color, and I don't know how to treat it or see if something more I can find over it. One of the other interesting thing I'm going to show you is the earring. This is the earring, and it is very rusty. You can just only imagine that what kind of jewelry they used to wear, or you can even say that the people at that time, they even used to wear the jewelry, and that this is different from the jewelry the people wear recently, because its ring is like in the key ring shape, in which you put the key and then you rotate it and put it inside. So this one is in the same shape. And one other thing that I have found from that area is this piece. This is made of clay, and it has some holes drawn in it, but I don't know what it is actually. And maybe it is kind of weight, maybe it is just a decoration piece, maybe it is some other instrument that I don't know. And this is also one of the interesting thing that is found over there. So now I'm going to show you some other thing that even they used to play something. This is my idea. You can even disagree with me or something like that. So these are kind of two marbles. One of it is broken at its edge, but this one is cut into this round shape, and you can even see the marks of some tool which had engraved it in this shape. And this one you can also see that this stone is also been engraved, but you can't say that this marble had been engraved in the same procedure, because the shape is different, and you can distinguish it from this one because this marble had been made by rubbing the stone on the other stone and making it into the round shape. But this one is a little bit broken, and this one is still round. Now the most interesting thing that I mentioned about the coins that I have found in that particular area, most of them that are found in those places are rusty and in green in color, that you can't find anything on it because the marks are not visible and there is no date or there is no name on it. So you cannot match it on the Google with the other kind of coins. So I can show you some of the coins that are green in color, but if maybe some people know how to restore them and turn them into the usable or visible coins, but for me, I don't know much about it. So you can see that these are the rusty coins, and its weight is roughly 5.5 gram, or varies between 5.4 to 5.6 grams each piece. And I also found some visible coins. So these coins, when I searched them on the Google and find the same shapes, because I couldn't read anything, I thought maybe it was kind of Hindi language or the Arabic, but On the other hand, when I searched them on the Google and I saw that it is a kind of design that is a cow or maybe horse, but this one is the horse on the coin, and which is belong to the Tughlaq Empire and king of 1242 to 1245, something like that. And that king reigned for almost 3 years, and then other king came. And so these are the interesting coins that I find over there, and you can see things visible on it, and the writing is visible, the shapes are visible, and these are some of the remarkable finds that I have found in that area. Beside this, I have also found some smaller coins, and in my previous video I thought if it as Allah, because in Arabic you write Allah like this, but when I come home and I had two of these coins, two or more than two of these coins that I found in that area, and it was not Allah, actually it was the alphabet Sheen, that is the first word of Shah, and it also written in the same form, because the coin, the writing is not complete on these coins, and you can only just see some of the part of the writing. So this coin belongs to the Muhammad Shah. He reigned, or his time period was from 1290s, so on. These are also some of the remarkable finds of me from that particular area. And from these antiques, I can say that, okay, the people who used to live over there, they have different kind of coins made of different metals. So these are all of these are copper coins. I couldn't find anything like gold or the silver, but I can still imagine that the people in the past, maybe some of the rich people who used to live over there, they had silver or the gold coins to continue the necessities of their life. So guys, the video is almost over here, and so if you like this video, you can subscribe this channel and click on the bell icon so that you can also see more interesting videos like this in the future.